friendly as Dash of Dave. He'll take some scraps and bits of this, turn them into something you can't miss. Junk journals, tapes, and crafts galore. He'll have you begging, show me more. Oh, Dash of Dave, oh, what a sight. Mixing colors, day and night.
Hi everyone, it's Dash of Dave here, and I am back for another crafty video. So do you remember this that we were making and I didn't finish? Well, we're going to finish it. So we are going to make this into something. We are going to, as in not into something because it's already a something. We're going to put I think we're going to put some kind of a drawer handle on it, and I'm going to do a couple of cards to go in it, and we'll have it as just a card holder, just a bit of an interesting thing to hold some of these. I think that's what it was supposed to be. It's like these were just supposed to be in there. I could guess at some point make it into something extra special, but what that is, I don't know at the moment. So I think we're just going to make it, a bit, I guess, what's the term? A bit, somebody tell me the words. Mixed media-y, that's the word, mixed media. Right. I want to see if I can use this to make some holes in here, because I thought what might be quite nice is just to have a little kind of a treasury tag type drawer front to it. Handle, sorry, because I can't think of anything else that I want to do. So what I want to do, right? What I need to do. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I really, really, really wanna zig R. Apparently, I don't know what a zig R. I don't even want to know what zig R is, actually. To be fair, I am not a Spice Girl. It doesn't matter. So half of 9 is 4.5. So that's the middle. That's the middle, Dave. So how big is your tag? Oh, let's put that in there and put that in the middle. Right, so we want a hole about at what's that? So 4.5, so about 1.5 centimeters. So I'm doing this in centimeters, by the way, because it just lines up nicely on centimeters. 1.5 that way, and then that's 4 and 1, so 6. So 1 on the 6 mark and 1 on the 3 mark. So, and if I put that. I can't see it when I do that. Can't see it when I do that either. So if I put those kind of there, will that be a big enough loop? Oh, well, it'll be fine. It'll be grand. So let's see if I can make a hole in here on that line. I can't even see what I'm doing here. Got 2 of them. So will this go through here, or is it too thick? Oh no, it does. Oh, it's fine. It goes through. It's fine. I'm just making a mountain out of a molehill there, Dave. I need to get the bit out of the middle because I can't see now. Oh. Sorry, the neighbours will think somebody's at the door. And it's not. It's me banging the counter. And there. Oh, that's all right. It's not perfect, but it's perfect. Oh, they're not even straight. Oh well. What is? So pop that in there, and pop. And the thing about treasury tags is they're kind of they're designed to slot through a hole, go all the way through, and then open back up on the other side. Do the same again with this. No, not that way though, that way. Push that all the way through, turn it around, there we go. So that should now grip there, and what we'll do is we'll put a bit of tape on the inside to cover those up. So we will use, let's use a bit of this because it's already stuck and it's quite a sticky one. So it's not like the gummed one which is also a good stick, I will say, but it is pre-gummed, and we like it pre-gummed. Although I don't want to cut it with my Tim Holt scissors because they got into a right mess last time. So let's cut them with these. If they get messed up, it's not a massive problem. So I'm gonna try and hold that taut while I stick this down. I don't think that's going to work, Dave. Are you being defeatist now? Maybe. It's not going to work. Make it work. Okay, well. There we go. It did work. What are you talking about? Defeatist attitude, Dave. Cut through that and then do a little bit either side to cover up the rest of it. And then that just covers the whole of the treasury tag up. Are they called treasury tags? I mean, we call them treasury tags. I'm just thinking, are they called, does everybody call them treasury tags? Is that what they're called? So, there we go. That's covered them up. We've got a little drawer handle at the front, which means we can pull the drawers. I can get my drawers out. I'm easily amused. Doesn't take much, trust me. So. Okay, so I've just put a little bit of an inky line just on the inside, so it doesn't look quite as a grey boardy. There we go. That's cool. That goes in there. It would have been nice if it was a little bit tighter fit, and it didn't want to fall out, because like at the moment, hang on, I'll put that in there. That's there. So the thing is, if you do this, it just falls out, and I'd like it not to just keep falling out. So it might need to be retrofitted. So do we need something in there to thicken the board up, so that when we put the drawer in, it still falls out? Maybe do we need more than one? Do we need more than one, or are we not going to get the drawer in now, Dave? No, that's going to be too tight. Too tight. Right. How about a thicker piece of grey board? Oh, some here. Just by magic. So this, yeah, it's not as thick as two of these together. So maybe this is the piece that we use. So now we like a challenge on a Finish It Friday, don't we? You're saying, do we? Well, maybe we don't, but we've got one. So this is what it's all about, though, folks. Finishing it on a Friday. So I'm gonna mark that. I don't know whether that's actually square or not. I have a set square somewhere, but I can't find it right now. So I'll just put it on the cutter and hope that it's not a cow. I don't know, it rhymed, so it came out. It came out. Chem, which is a very northern way to say came. Chem. I was going to say they're quite lazy, but like, don't mean it in a derogatory sort of way, but like, in back, I don't finish the whole sentence. Anyway, Dave, shut up. Before you get deported from Yorkshire. So, just cut that down. I want to see if that now fits in there. It does. Does that fit in there? Or is it too... I think it's going to be too thick, isn't it? Oh! Yeah. But that's too thin. Well, actually, it's thinner. This is thinner than two of them, isn't it? Yeah, only fractionally though, Dave. So I guess I could I peel a layer off? Because it's only laminated. So Oh yeah, I can delaminate it a little bit. So if I peeled just a back layer off, that's not going to go well, is it? That's not working. I need another solution. So, do I have some more board? Let's have a look at board. I don't need to get too bored with me. Do I have some board? I do not know whether I do. Let's get some of this. Oh no, I think that's the same thickness, isn't it? It's the same piece of board. Yep, it's the same board, Dave. That's not going to help you. It ain't going to help. That's also the same board, as is that. Oh, that might be a different board because it's a different size. No, same thickness. Okay, all right. Right, so it's not going to work, Dave, unless you can make this thinner, which you could sand it, but we could be here a long while and it's going to get very dusty in here. Okay, so let's not worry about that bit. Right, so we're abandoning that. Now we've got this on the front, let's make some of the cards. So let's style up some of these cards. We'll have them in the same, so we're going to use some of my digitals, of course. Now what I'd like to do is have it so that it's a little bit bigger, so you can kind of bend it around. Okay, let's flip it over. And then we can add, actually this might work for this. So these are, well, I can't remember what these are called, perfect layers. And that gives me an extra amount of, so you butt it up to this, and it gives you the same, that means then you get the same border all the way around. So I don't need to put it there, do I? I need to put a line there. Then keep it in the same place, put a line there. And then hopefully that's a similar sort of line. It is perfect. So then if I cut this out, what I want to do is kind of fold it back on itself. And then I can cover the back of it. And then you don't see the board on the edge. I can be lifted, lifted. I think in previous videos, I couldn't remember what this was called. So the darker version of this is called espresso, and the other one, the lighter colour, is called latte or latte, depending on where you are in the world or where you are. Certainly, where you are in the UK. So we will put some glue on here and get it all stuck down right now. And I don't know why I'm singing, but I am, and I don't know why it's to this tune, but it is. So there. Right, let's pop that on there. Somewhere in the middle. Somewhere in the city where the air is still. A baby being born to the overkill. I've seen some people have those really nice things that make the corners nice. So you get a nice little bit of a spacing on that edge. But I don't have one, so I'm just going to do it myself. Freehand it. And hope for the best. So the thing is that you don't cut right up to the corner, because otherwise you've got nothing that covers the corner when you fold it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lift all of these edges up first. And then we can see where we are with that. So if that folds up and that goes around there. Oh, that's perfect. It's perfect, Dave. So I will put a bit of glue in that furrow and then up to the edge. I guess I could have Xyroned it. Deploy? No, don't deploy the Xyron, Dave. Because I've already glued it now, so the Xyron is not going to get deployed. So let's do that. So what I'd like to do is kind of have this in the background and then put something else on the front. So hopefully, yeah, I've got that nice kind of image and I can stand somebody on there. And I say stand somebody because I think it's going to be a person on there. I think we are going to have a person. So, you know, one of the Tim Holtz people. Although exciting, I might be doing something similar myself as a kit. And also I will be at some point doing a DT call. So I have got 2 DT design team members lined up. One is a historic one. I'm not going to say too much, but one's a historic one. And one is somebody else who watches regularly and comments regularly and messages me. And I asked that person, not going to say names or genders or anything, not going to give anything away yet, to be, if they would like to be, and then he said a gender then, if they would like to be on my design team, and they said yes, but I'd also like another person. So I'm probably going to be doing a design team call out. Oh, you see, I don't want to cover them up. I want to cover them up. Apparently there was something I was supposed to look closer at on this. Because I wasn't enthralled about using the American flag, but you know, I don't know. It's all right. Let's see what it looks like. Let's poke out all the holes first. It might not even look. It could be an element, and not an elephant. It's definitely not an elephant. We don't want a war person. War. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Say it again. I did. I said it once. What more do you want? Oh, sorry, I've bent the top of your tray. That's not a euphemism. Him. Yeah, he could go there. He needs to be lifted. You could be lifted, lifted, lifted. No, Dave, don't. From the shadows, you could be lifted. What are you? Well, you're a child sat. Oh, you could be sat in a nest, couldn't you? With a triffid in the background. I don't know. I quite like that. I mean, like, is there room for him if he sits off the page? Is there room in there if I put him like that? You might struggle with your legs. Although you might fit in. Do you know something? I like that. I like that indeed. I'm going to go with that. I think he needs an edge to him, so that he kind of lifts himself off the not himself, obviously. He's not levitating, is he? So maybe something in a. I was thinking something in a colourway is really what I was thinking. Something that makes him pop. Maybe a bit of coloured paper. Let's maybe put you on there and then tear you out. So I don't want your feet necessarily. Where are you going to sit? If you sit on there, how much of you needs to be? So down to the heel of your shoe and the crease in that. So the heel of your shoe and the crease of that. That's not a song you want to sing, but you did anyway. Right, okay, let's give you an inky edge. Because it's not me, unless it's inky. And that's what we're here to do. yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna pop him on there, and then I'm gonna tear an edge off as well. So let's completely glue him down, except for where it is the bottom of that shoe. I don't want that to have an edge. Just gonna have that sat off the edge of the card, and then down to, where did I say the crease in his shoe? Didn't I? That there. Pop that just off the page anyway, and then that make it easier to do. You'll just need to kind of dry a bit because I want to tear that page away. So I think not. I think therefore I am. That's what I think. I'm sure I had a stray person. I mean, all the single ladies. Look, she's been jilted at the altar. It's because I cut him off. Does she want to marry him instead? Oh no, it's a bit short for her. Maybe she's right for her. Is she? No, she's too small. She's too small. She's like, look, she's jabbing her with her hand. Get away. So it's the little stories that I create in my mind. In my mind. It's an interesting place. Space. The gap between his ears. What am I laughing about? I don't even know. So let's tear you away. Oh, that's torn it, isn't it? So shut up, Dave. You're not funny. You weren't funny yesterday, and you're not funny today. So don't come here making like you're funny, because you're not. So I'm just going to tear him so that he's got... Sorry, I'm just laughing to myself. I've got no idea what I'm talking about. La 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 la. Don't la 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 to yourself either, because that doesn't make you sound any less mad than you were before. So. Oh well, it's Finish It Friday, so we need that to go. Where did we go that to? Oh, that was going down to his heel, wasn't it? And then we're going to just tear it away there, and then we were going to go from there, tear up here. I wonder if his name's Terrence. Oh, forget it, Dave. Oh, you're funny, aren't you? No, you're not, Dave. You're not. Don't lull yourself into a false sense of security of being funny, because you're not. Stop it now. Said every teacher ever taught me, probably. So, you're not funny, Dave. Well, they didn't call me Dave, they called me David. Mr. Flynn, it would have been. And anyway, I wasn't funny at school because I didn't have anybody to be funny with, so I didn't have any friends. I was too much of an odd bod to have friends, that's why. But, making up for it now. I still don't have any friends, but like, at least I've got people to talk to. Just the people in my head. Yes. So, I don't know if I'm making this any worse. Am I making it worse? Just could it be worse? But anyway, I've got my own. I've got words, and I've got music. I've got lights. I've got action. Oh yes, and by the way, talking about words, music, lights, and action, I went to see Downton Abbey. And it was lovely. It made me cry at the end. The grand finale. It made me cry. It was all nice, and I'm not going to ruin it for anybody. So, but yeah, I enjoyed it. So, but it was nice to go to the cinema. It's been so long. I think the last thing I went to see was. Well, no, I don't even know what the last thing it was. I think, though, it was pre-pandemic. So, wow, that's a while ago, isn't it? So, oh yeah, that's better. He pops now, doesn't he? So we can pop him on there. Okay, that's got to go to there. Oh, nearly said a naughty word then, Dave. Oh, shucks. I meant that to kind of end there, but him also to have... He should have had a bit of... I tore the wrong bit off him, I think. He needs a bit of showage. So it needs to be... What? Can't think what... So it needs to be... Oh, the bottom of his heel needs to have a bit of showage to it. That bit sticking out of the bottom of his shoe, and then kind of a straight line like that. Yeah, that's fine. We'll glue that on then. Shoe fly, don't bother me. I belong to somebody. Oh dear, Dave. Could you put more glue on there? Possibly not. Oh dear, look how much it's all oozing out. Oh well. I need to ink that now. It's fine. It turned out alright in the end. There we go. So we're going to pop him on there. We're going to have him so that his foot hangs off like that. We're going to have that one hanging off there. Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I like that. So we'll glue him down. Right. No, that's hanging off the edge of the page, Dave. You don't want to glue beyond the yellow line. It's the yellow line, not the yellow brick road. We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Because I said so. There we go. Oh, cool. Right, I hope he fits in now. I might have to chop the end of his shoe off otherwise. So, do you fit in? Oh no, look, perfect, like a glove. Like a glove. Okay, what do you want? So I've got some words up here that like I can't have lost on there because poor child, I don't want him to feel like he's been lost. So I've got home. Do we want home on there? Home's quite good. Don't see any reason to not. And you know something? I think, I don't know. No, maybe it's too thick of a... Leave it as a fully chipped word. Take that off the back. We will then ink around the edge. I've got a full-on week coming up next week. So, at work... Oh. Over the next course of the next few weeks actually at work, it's going to be a nightmare. So I'm enjoying my time crafting while I can. Right, okay, not while I can, I don't mean like it's not final, like never going to get a chance to craft again. Never gonna craft again, guilty feeling, got no inking. Though it's easy to pretend, I know I'm not an artist. Yeah, that's one. We're not going to get many in there anyway, because like it's going to get too thick otherwise. Shall we have this? We might as well use this piece up, mightn't we? We can have that bit hanging down there. So let's do the same with the perfect layers thing. I can't remember which bit it was. Which one? It was that one. It was that one. So we'll pop that. Hang on. How much? Where do we want this? We want some of that at the top. That's the top stuff. We want the top stuff. Right, let's get rid of them pieces. Let's move the stabby thing as well. Don't need to stab myself. It's not a necessity. I'm just gonna. No, Dave. Oh, we don't need to draw a line there because there is no line to draw. I haven't used these perfect layers really. Well, I have. I tell a lie if I say I haven't used them, but I rarely used these perfect layers since I stopped card making. They were great for when you're doing matte and layering, but don't really use them much these days, because if you had them where they worked the other way, you know, where you start with a piece, so I wanted to start with a piece like that and I wanted to go smaller, you can't do it. You can make it, hang it off the edge and make it go bigger, but you can't do it the other way, so it goes smaller, and they're not as useful in the junk journaling environment because of that. So let's put them over in there, in the bin. Put them in the bin. Get in the bin. So we will have this, and we will glue this even. Glue the back of this, because then we can get it right up to the edge. Whereas if I glued on there, I wouldn't know where this board sat. Nice. I love it. I love having a fine tip until I don't. Basically, I love it until I don't. I'll put that on there. Oh, I didn't cut the edges off, but I'll do that now. It's stuck down. I can't remember whether I did it first or last time. That was a bit close, I think, Dave. Okay, fold it over. That's a much easier way to do it, Dave. Yep, like that. In the furrow, up to the edge. Fold it over. In the furrow, up to the edge. And glue it down. Get rid of those pieces because they're just going to get in the way and they're going to get stuck to things. They're actually stuck to me, but you can't see it. It's off camera. Doesn't matter. And then in the furrow, blah blah blah. Oh no, Dave, not like that. And I'm not saying it again. You know where I'm going. Cool. Okay, so let me ink around the edge of this first. So let's do it first this time. Oh, yeah, that's nice. I like that. Right, cool. I think I'm going to put her on there. And I'm going to have her so she doesn't have to have a fella with her. Right, she's got a little thing to pop out there. We will put a bit of ink around her extremities, well, her edges anyway. I think I need to get her off my desk because her flowers are getting crushed. So I'm going to ink along there, but I think I'm going to cut it off. I think I might cut it off straight. So are we having her there? Yeah. So if I do it like that, pop that down, and then use the edge of this to be the edge I cut against. Oh, so if I just cut through the paper, that was a silly mistake, wasn't it, Dave? Oh well. Do you know what? We will just make a feature of it. So I might just do a bit of this, tear it with a funky edge. In fact, actually, that's a funkier edge. I'm going to use that edge, and I'm going to ink that edge. Actually, why am I inking the edge? You're not actually going to see it unless it hangs off. We will stick that on there. Wrap that round there, and then that way then. It's not a problem, is it? So I do need to put something on the back of it, though. So I'll need to put some so on the back of here I'll need to put like a journaling space or something like that. So we will pop her on there. Yeah, so I will ink that edge now. She can go on there. She can have, I think she's very deserving of a big flower. So let's get a big flower, Dave. Let's get the big flower box down. No, No, it's not right. We need a slim flower. We need it to be big but slim. Or we could have... No, don't think, unless she's going to sit behind it. She could sit behind it, I guess. Is that really what I want to do? Not really. It's not really where I want to go. Could she have a big... Ooh, that's quite cool, isn't it? Maybe that. Or, I'm sorry, I need a drink. Or... we could, well, what's it, Dave? You get a drink, but actually don't drink it. No, that's too big. And I don't want to cut it down. So, what we got here? Again, that's very big, but I could just have that bit, maybe. No, it looks like she's going to be attacked by the triffids to do that. So. No, something's fallen out and it's gone on the floor. Maybe this is the one, 'cause it's gone on the floor. Do I want it like this? It's like Feed Me Seymour, isn't it? Feed me Seymour. I'll do that. Is it something I want? If I do that, I'm not really seeing the flower. No, it's not working for me. It's not doing what I want. I think what I actually need to do is cut some more giant flowers out. That's, oh my gosh, am I really saying such things? Is this the, oh look, that's got a straight edge there. Oh, we've got her. Oh, precious little lily. We could call her Lily, couldn't we? I quite like that. Yeah, sorry, I started laughing because I thought, oh, I really like that. I got really like, got a bit giddy. Childlike. He's such a child, Dave. Well, yeah, it's true. I've never grown up, that's why. I'm like Peter Pan. Although I can't fly. I'm not going to jump out of a window, don't worry. I'm like Orville, I can't fly. I wish I could fly right up to the sky, but I can't. I can't. Yes, Dave, shut up. Give you and everybody else a rest for 5 minutes. Right, okay, if I do that, where am I going to need to stick that to before I... Should I have her so she sits over the leaf and has the flower over the top? Is it too much, or should she be like more up there? I like it. I don't know, I just like it. I could have her further up, and then we could have a word at the bottom here. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to glue the... I don't know, did we want her on the leaf or under the leaf? Yeah, no, I will stick the leaf down and this, and then I'll leave this free until I know where she's going in relation to that. So, I mean, like, I don't know what that other thing is. I guess it's a flower bud or something. So just glue that into that corner and there. And then look, it's got a nice straight edge, and it was like that was meant to be for there, wasn't it? It was saying, stick me on that thing, because like I will be perfect. And I did it. So yeah, we'll have her just behind the lily, and we'll have a word at the bottom. Yeah, I like that. So I'll stick her on. It's a perfect use. I mean, I cut her fella off because I used that on something else. Can't remember what I did that for. Somebody tell me in the comments what I used, what I cut him off for. Yeah, and we'll put a word on there. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so, oh no, Dave, that's not glued. You need threw that all over everywhere because picking it up like glue. You brought that over here to have a drink, and you actually brought it over and then didn't drink it. Yes, wow. Okay, so she lost. No, she's not. Lost doesn't say the right thing. She's decided she's not getting married. She's definitely not lost. She's made a very sensible choice. Follow your heart. Possibly. It's a statement. Follow your heart there. Maybe that's the one then, because that looks like the others are a bit longer and they definitely hang off the edge, but I could peel the back off and then cut it down a bit so it fits better on the board, and then it's got the same kind of border top and bottom as it has at the sides, and we will ink it. And we'll stick that on there. Yep, that's good. I like that. She's following her heart. She's jilted him. So good. You made the right decision, love. He didn't look right for you. Well, he obviously didn't look right for you because I cut him off. So. Oh, cool. That needs to be glued down a bit more, but never mind. There we go. So, should we do another one? Let's do 3 and we'll leave it at 3. Right, so what should we put in the background of here? Let's just move that out of the way because it's all getting a bit messy. I've put that on top of my phone, so I'll never find my phone again. What have we got? What have we got in the pot? It's not a pot. No, it's not. Maybe that. Maybe I didn't treat you quite as good as I should have. See, I like that, but that's my relations. And yeah, I'd end up cutting them off, so no. I'm going to cut the relations off. So maybe that. So that's my mum and my nan. But I don't want to use that bit. I'm going to use this bit. In fact, I might just pop that way and then put this bit over on this side. There. There. And there, and that way then I can keep that bit for another day. Put that over there. So I think it's going to be another combination of person. I think that it's going to be, I don't know, it might be him or her. I'm not sure. So either the her with the flag or him without the flag. So one of them will make it to the front, but I don't know who. Let me have a drink now. So next week, so on Monday, it's my collaboration video. So just for those people that don't know, I am taking part in the Junk Journal collaboration with Rach and Bella Crafts, and we're doing the best of British. So look out for hashtag best of Brits. So that's BRITS, best of Brits JJ, and that's the hashtag that you need to look out for this collaboration. We're kind of partnering up with a crafter, another crafter, and it's going to be a larger crafter and a larger audience, so somebody with more subscribers and somebody with a smaller amount of subscribers. I'm the one with the smaller amount of subscribers because I'm partnering with Antonio Makes, and he's making something of mine and I'm making something of his. So something in a video that I've made, he's making. He does a lot more short form videos than I do. Mine are much longer. And you can go and check out what he does. Like I say, that video will be up on Monday, so this coming Monday. So Monday the 29th, I believe it's Monday. It better be a Monday. I've been saying Monday all week. So let me just check. That's a clock, Dave. That's not a. Yeah, Monday the 29th. So, phew. Helps when you pay attention, Dave. So yeah, Monday the 29th. He's doing his on Sunday the 28th. So you will be able to see our videos then. Oh, look at that! I love that. So please, kind of go over, and I'll put the hashtag in the description anyway, and you can go over and support the other participants of the collaboration. So different people, different days. We will. There you go. Something with a bit of text on it. That's what I wanted. So I think I'm going to stick him. Yeah, we'll stick him to there. In fact, I'll just tear that off with that. Pop that over there. Okay, we'll stick him on, but let me just put some ink on him. Yeah, so I've been asked to take part. So it's about British crafters, because we find it much harder to grow our audience because we are British. And we don't get a lot of, we don't tend to get a lot invited to be demonstrators for international brands and things, so it makes it harder for us to grow our audience organically. So collaborations are very important. So please, if you are heading over to other people's collaboration videos, please make sure that you like and subscribe. I am a big advocate of, if you watch somebody's videos and you've seen more than one, you should have subscribed, really, because you wouldn't go to a cinema and not buy a ticket. So, and nobody's asking you to exchange any money. Subscribing is completely free. So, do the decent thing. Subscribe, because you don't realise just how much support that gives. You just subscribing to somebody, myself included, just tells the algorithm on YouTube that this video is worthwhile watching, and this guy is worthwhile watching, or this person is worthwhile watching, or whatever, and it just spreads the joy. And I make sure that I do exactly the same. So I don't just preach it, I do it. So same with videos that I've liked. So if I haven't liked it on my TV, so you can like it on your TV, you just select up. You'll see the icons appear. You can subscribe from your TV, you can like a video from your TV. It's all there. However, if you forget, I always go back to my watch history and take a look, see what my history was, go over to any videos that I might have missed and give them a like and a follow. If, like I say, if I've watched more than one of their videos, I obviously want to see more. See more. So please do that, because we're not just telling you. Well, we're not telling you. We're not just asking you to do that for the sake of asking you to do that. It really does genuinely help. So, okay, I've just given him an inky edge just because I wanted to help make him pop. Not an inky edge, sorry, a typed edge. So I like the, the words. What are they called? Words, Dave. They're called words. They're really useful. Well, not useful. They're really good for like making things like this kind of pop. And I've used a plain piece of paper on a different, on the boy that I had sitting in the nest. So, so I thought I'd use a bit of book page. It's not book page because it's a magazine, really. So, but you know what I mean. Same difference. Right. Pop him on there. See, look, nice. He pops nicely. Okay, so once I put him on there, what else am I going to do? I've got flowers in the background. Don't really need any flowers. Do I? Well, no, Dave. Too much. Maybe he needs a label. Oh, let's see. Maybe he needs a label. We played upon a label, a label, a label, and his name was Sicking Drum. I don't know. It could work. So these are the ones that Tracy sent me. That's that bird. That's an interesting, but no. Maybe that. Kind of goes. It looks like they're growing from that, doesn't it? So, does it add anything? Not really. Maybe he just needs. Yeah, maybe that's all he needs. So, where's my? That's the one. The ruler with the edge to it. I think I might just do that. Ink the edge. Well, I would if I could find the ink. There's me door book. What's there? So, just in case anybody's wondering, it's brushed ferret that I'm using. It's not brushed ferret, I can't remember. Brushed corduroy. So be an interesting colour, wouldn't it? What colour are you using? Brushed ferret, of course. Oh yes, that classic colour. So I think I'm going to have that like that, and we will have a word on there, obviously. So let me just stick him to this just really quickly. And then I know that he's not going to move around, and I forget where I'm. Well, what I was going to do with that piece. Yeah, so that, and then I will glue him down. Looks really interesting. Looks like he's got very chunky feet from the back, but he hasn't. It's fine. Okay, pop that on there, put him on there. Yeah, I like that, that's cool. So, I think I might have, let's have a number, or a word or something from here, maybe a number. Maybe a number, do we want a number? Or do we want something else? That's an interesting number, that's actually the full numbers, all the numbers. And we have that, quite like that actually. Or there's this. No, oh no, that does go with that. So yeah, maybe that one. Let's use that one. And we'll ink it because I think that's what's missing from it. It's just a little bit. And I'll just give it a bit of a roll of a colour. Yes, that's better. And then if we have a word just in that corner now, because I don't have any individual words left, we might cut one of the. No, that's not a word, Dave. That's a person. So put her back in there because she's not needed. Not this time. She might make it to the next one. You know, never say never. What was it I wanted? What are these words? Are these words? Yes. Maybe just possibilities, or we could have today is full of yeah, let's do that because that's nicely done. We don't need the flowers now, so they can go back as well. I'll just get some stuff off my desk. Let's put that back up there. move that out of the way. Okay, so we will peel up the back off. We will just chop that very end off. We don't really need to because it's not space is the issue. Space. The final frontier. It's space, the gap between his ears. We'll put today is full of at the top. Today is full of lost. No, we won't put that. Or we could have had lost possibility. No. We'll have today is full of up there. And then we will have possibilities down here. So we'll pop that. How do we want that? Like that. Yeah, so I might just glue this to this because I know how I want it placed. Yep, that on there. And then lift all of that as one whole piece and stick it all down as one piece then. Now we've got the composition right. I'll pop that on there. Right, okay, so let's just make a very quick couple of back pages with some. I do have some of my coffee dyed paper somewhere. Got the latte or the somewhere in the city. Still, do I have anywhere I haven't used it up? Yes, I do, and that's some of it. I'll use some of that and some of this. So we want to. How big are these? Let's just because there must be a they must be a standard size. Where's my little ruler? Dave, don't do that because you just left the lid off that. So these measure. See, they don't measure anything really, do they? Oh, 7.5 by 15. That's centimetres, by the way. Let's layer those two together. Should be able to put that on here because I've got centimetres on here now. So what did I say? 7.5. That's there. I go just a tad smaller because then I know it's going to fit. Like millimetres smaller. I don't think where the half is there. There it is. That's the half. Then we need 3 pieces, so I'll do. What does it say? 15. Does it just say 15 centimetres? Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Well, again, we'll just go a little bit smaller. We know it's going to fit then, and we'll do another piece. Shall we do this? Yeah, well, let's do a piece of this. And we'll do, again, just a little smaller. By 15. Oh, it's fallen out. There we go, cool, okay. So we will stick, we'll go with, I don't know, it doesn't matter really, does it? I thought I was cutting it smaller, but it might need to be smaller still, I think. Oh yeah, wow, come on. Dave, cut that. There we go. Okay, so I'll ink the edge of this. And the edge of this. All the way round, and I will then glue this down. So I'll glue the back of this. Just get it up to the edge. It's just so that we don't have that horrible chipboard on the back. So I know I'm sticking it to a different one now, but it's fine. So that can go on there. We can put next, we'll use this one. What we're doing, checking it fits first, Dave. Again, let's just cut both of them. So they're both, I think they're both going to have to be cut down anyway. Is it too long as well? Or not? No, it's not too long, it's fine. We'll stick this on the back of this one. Oh, I didn't ink it, did I, Dave? Oh, that's a silly boy. Who's a silly boy then? Let's do it now. It's fine. It's quite dark anyway, so it doesn't really need inking. And we will do this one, but we'll ink it this time. We've learnt our lesson. Well, we didn't really, but... And then we will ink this one. So I don't know what I'm going to do for next week's Finish It Friday. I'm going to have to go searching in the box because I don't have anything, because I'll be making... I won't be doing my normal Make It Monday because I'll be doing the collaboration, so I won't have something from that. Well, I doubt it anyway. And I don't have anything on my desk. Normally got a couple of things lined up on my desk, but I don't. So there we go. So we have done these three. Let me just give it a bit of a tidy up and I'll come back. Had a bit of a tidy up, and this is where we are. I will just say I have just stuck a piece of board in here, but what I did is I didn't have it the full width. I've just stuck it down the middle because I found that that was enough to just hold onto the drawer and stop it from slipping out whilst not being too big to stop it from going in. So that's what I've done. So I've done that. So this now opens and we can pop these in. So this is one of the ones that we made. So this is the Follow Your Heart. This is the bride who's escaped from getting married. Good for her. So she can go in there. And then we've got the boy in the nest, which says home, which is obviously very appropriate. Let me just glue that bit down because he's not... That home didn't want to lie flat for some reason. So we've got the boy in a nest with home. Let me pop this in here. And then, he can sit in there. So he should just fit. He did certainly fit a minute ago. So I think he has to be in first, because I think he just has to get past this notch where I've got, you know, the treasury tags. So he needs to kind of sit in there, and his foot just goes past that. There you go. He sits in. So then she can go in next, and then we've got this guy where it says today is full of possibilities, and it's another little tag that I have enjoyed making. I won't get many more in there, but I can of course keep it for another Finish It Friday if I wanted to, or just for whenever I need to make something. Sometimes I need to make things when you guys aren't here. And that's sometimes just to prove that I still can. So anyway, and I might finish the outside because I think it needs something. It might need some words or a bit of torn paper or something like that. But yeah, that's today's video. So I hope you enjoyed that. So it's another Finish It Friday, done and dusted. And if you did like it, give it a thumbs up. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe if you aren't already. And my name is Dash of Dave, and I love you all without exception until you give me a reason not to. So don't forget about that collaboration next week, and don't give me a reason not to love you. All right then, folks, take care, lots of love, mwah, mwah, mwah. Lots of hugs, and I'll see you soon. Take care, bye.